What up everyone, welcome back to Financial Education and Business. So today I want to talk about helium. But before that, let me just say I did stop my car business. I think I've updated everybody on this YouTube channel that I've stopped my car business. It was just the whole thing with hire car. It was just the front end wasn't bad, but the back end was terrible, meaning when I called in for help or whatever, it was almost close to impossible getting help every single time from the same person. It would always change, it would always be another person, and that just drove me crazy. So I was like, I'm done. I sold all my cars and I've ventured in a different direction, and this time it's a company working with a cryptocurrency company called Helium. So if you think, right, having a business that especially with hire car is something that you want to do, you have to take a look at this and give it a try, because this is something that you could benefit for. And on top of that, the work you have to do to be in this business is cut by like three-quarters, because you don't have to clean the cars anymore. You don't have to have all this liability and craziness. And so I want to get into Helium and just tell you what it is, right? So after I sold all my cars, I researched for other passive incomes, right? So I ended up buying a whole bunch of Helium hotspots, and I ran across this thing called Helium. So once I found out what it was, I ended up buying a whole bunch of hotspots. I have 8 of them now. I have some in Alaska, in Florida, in Mississippi, so different places, right? And I have a total of about 6 right now, and I'm wanting to continue to grow this business. So what is Helium? Helium is designed for companies or individuals that want to track their system. If you want to track your cats, or if you want to track your fleet of cars or your airplanes, whatever, you use the Helium network to do that. You use this thing called data credit, which you can buy from Helium and use them to track different things that you want to track, but you only pay when you are tracking the products, which is a lot better than paying on a monthly basis, right? And so that's one thing I liked about Helium, and it's a blockchain and it's cryptocurrency, and it's a great investment if you think that crypto is going to be like one of the main things that's going to drive the economy in the long term. So what I've done is I went to the Helium website and I just scrolled around and found out a lot of information. So these are the hotspots that you can buy. The hotspots, there's the list of companies that you can buy hotspots from are on the page helium.com/mine. It's on the main page on the company's website. So if you wanted to start making passive income, you would go here, you will look at one of these companies and you would say purchase, community, support. And once again, when it comes to cryptocurrency, community, looking at the community, looking at the strength of the community, all that stuff is important. In this case, these are the product sellers. And so Helium, practically it's this thing that right here that you plug it in the wall, right? And you plug it into the wall, you connect it to the Wi-Fi, and you literally just put it by a window and you start making passive income. It is the most ridiculous way to make money. But you can improve the income, right? So it's not, you can make like, the minimum amount, or you can get additional things. So it will look something like this. Set up by a window, it has a little antenna, there's a power cord that runs to the wall, and that's it. And you start making money. It is ridiculously easy to do it. But if you want to start making more money, right? If you want to start, like, if you want a bigger income and all this stuff, all you have to do is you have to just buy an antenna and you can get a better income. So in this case, so the antennas these are different kinds of antennas you could buy that will add to your earnings. And so I wouldn't advise you just go buy a random antenna. Antennas are definitely a very critical part of your earnings, and location and there's a whole bunch of variables that lets you earn different amounts. But over the course of having 6 of these hotspots, I have a Nebra, I have a Syncrobit, and I have this Minted hotspots. And over the course of having all these, I have learned a lot of lessons on how to improve and how to get a good antenna, directional antennas versus omnidirectional antennas. So it's all like there's a lot going on, but at the end of the day, once you figure it out, you are on a good path to start making money. And I swear the amount of work you have to do compared to hire a car or whatever else, it's going to be so much better. So let's get into like how many of these hotspots are around the world, right? So right now they have 649,000. Every 30 days they have 74.9 thousand that are released in to go live in the market, which means start earning some money. So when I first joined, like around November, there were only like 260,000. So think about the speed at which this network is growing. So once you earn your HNT, right, you can take it out and use it for whatever, or you can stake it and get a staking reward with a certain amount of rate return. So then you become a validator and all that stuff. So these are the data credit spend that I was telling you about. So in 30 days, looks like there's been over $4.5 million in data credits that have been spent on HNT using the Helium network, which is a lot of money. In the past 30 days, people spent $4.5 million using Helium as a service. So let's go look at like some earnings that people have, right? So let's go look at just a random earning from somebody down here, right? Let's just click on them. Their hotspot information will come up here. So there's short leather millipede, and all these names, Dizzy Felt Penguin, these are all random names given by Helium, and you can't really choose like what names you're gonna give them. And so once you get your hotspot and you download the app and you get the hotspot connected, this is your earning. This is your potential earning. So this person right here has a Bobcat miner. His miner has an 8 dBi decibel antenna, and it is 12 meters high. And so this person is making about $14 a day. In the past 7 days, he's made $82. And in the past 14 days, he's made $161. And in a month, he's made $386. And as you could tell, he hasn't been off. It's been kind of consistent, consistent here. So he's been consistently making $386 a month for quite a while. So what you might ask, like, what are all these lines? Well, these lines are just telling you your hotspot, which is in this case the Nebra, is working with all these people, right? It's working with all these people here close by, all these people that are really far. Now, I told you about antenna, the importance of antenna. So an antenna can help you earn more. So this guy, the standard antenna usually is like a 2.0 dBi or a 3.0 dBi. In this case, he upgraded an antenna to 8 dBi. It could be a rack wireless antenna. So he got a better antenna, and he's 12 meters high. So he might be using like a cell phone tower or something, which is really high. But he's making $386 a month on one hotspot. Imagine if he did 2 hotspots costing him about $500 each. So he spends $1,000 and makes about $700 a month, which is ridiculous. In this case, he's making about $400 on one hotspot that cost him $500. That's not bad. And so yeah, so this earning, this guy has a very, very, very good placement. So let's go look at somebody else that's close to him. So how are they doing? Well, this guy, he has a Nebra, and he has a Bobcat. He has a 7 dBi antenna, and he's not as high. Let's look at his earnings. So he's made $4.50 in the past month. He's made $172. And guess what? This is mostly passive income. Once you set up the system, you barely have to do anything. So there you have it. So this is how you can go and check on like your neighborhood and to see if you can actually make that kind of earnings. Orlando, right? Orlando is busy, so of course you want people around you that you can work with, but if there's too many people, your earning potential actually decreases and it's not good at all. So in this case, like 0.34 scale is not good, meaning this person doesn't earn very much every month, and everybody around him and it's also he's offline, and everybody, so when you have a low scale, you're impacting everybody else around you. So I'm not gonna get too deep into it right now, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what Helium is, what it does, and how you can start making some passive income. And if you are really interested and you want to start making some passive income using Helium, all you have to do is I'll look down there in the link. I'm gonna post a whole bunch of links for you to have access to my Google document, where you have a list of all the different hotspots you can buy, and I'm going to drop the link to the Helium website as well, so that you can go there and use these to get the hotspots. One thing I'm going to say is be very, very, very careful, because scamming is a big thing when it comes to Helium. There isn't really a standard kind of thing. I've been scammed at least twice, so you just got to be very, very careful. And so this is Helium. I hope this video helped you, just kind of like looking for other opportunities, other passive income opportunities that you can make besides just doing hire car, which is so much liability, so much more liability for the earning that you're making. So this is just like owning a whole bunch of cars. This is owning a whole bunch of hotspots, finding locations for where you can place them and everything like that. And so yeah, this is Helium, and if you have any questions, make sure you post it down there in the description. And thank you so much for joining me. And if you want me to talk about Helium a little bit more, talk about how I set mine up, what I had to do, where I shopped for them, just let me know. Just don't get scammed. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, before I leave, make sure you like my video or you comment in there. Whatever you want to say, say it. Appreciate you being here. Have a great day.